How are we? I'm Erin and this is Walter, and we're from More Than a Game, the unauthorised footy show musical.
So deja vu, isn't it?
Yeah. Back again.
Yeah. So maybe about 30 seconds of this and then we'll go on.
Yep. No worries.
I'll fade down Jimi Hendrix for you.
Come on, Jimmy. We'll come straight into the first song.
Same format, like the songs exactly the same?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah. Unless you want to do it different.
Nah.
Cute. Yeah, it's just hard because there's like only a couple songs.
Yeah, I
in
know,
the
and that
show.
makes sense the way you say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I understood after you
Yeah.
said that. Yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different setting, so
Yeah, exactly. Try to sing it
bring
different.
different clothes. Well, not.
Yeah.
You're not. You're well.
I am.
That's a nice necklace.
Thank you. What a today.
Yeah, it's cute.
Thanks.
Alright. So I'll fade this down. You can start the next 10 seconds.
This wasn't meant to happen. She was my ex-wife, and he's supposed to be my best mate, and me living that bachelor life. A betrayal meant for the ages, one that belongs on Elizabethan stages. This dagger thrust into my heart has marred the footy show. I've lost my counterpart. I feel akin to Atlas, but unlike he, I cannot hold. With millions of fans pressure mounting, I fear I might drop this globe. What if I tell how I'm feeling, and that this entire event sent me reeling? What is their perception of me? Am I just some dumb bloke meant for their TV? Now I know what action is just. Must cause no fuss and just shut it down. Act as if nothing can hurt me, as to preserve my facade as a lower class clown. It's time to put up the defenses and all of my senses deal with my consequences. It's such a shame, all the spoils of fame. Now it's more, so much more than a game.
Cheers. Beautiful. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Walter in the studio with lovely Erin. How are you both?
Good. Thank
Good,
you.
thank
And
you.
lovely Walter. Lovely.
Thank you.
How was your show last night?
Yes, not bad.
Good.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Very good.
Few hiccups, but you know,
Yeah.
that's what openings are for.
Oh, absolutely.
Iron them out, definitely. So be
Yeah.
good.
That's right. That's part of the fun too. Sort of
Exactly.
reshaping it, moulding it,
Definitely.
refining it, and
Yeah.
then you're going to feel awesome the next time. Just keep changing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Well, not really changing it. Actually, I spoke to someone yesterday, a Ruben Kay actually, and he said when he does his shows, because he's got so many at the
I'm
Fringe.
going to see his show as well.
Which one?
Um,
Ruben Kay?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Kay
this-
Cole? There's two.
Ruben K. Yeah,
Ruben
just that
Kay,
one.
yeah, I saw that one.
Yes.
Is
Good.
that the Spiegel tent?
Yeah,
I think it is
so.
at the
Yeah.
hub. And he said that, like, I think he's doing like 30, 40 shows during the Fringe over the
Wow.
whole period.
That's a lot.
And he just said he can't do it the same every time. He
Yep.
hasn't got the discipline to, I mean, stay to script. I mean, he's said there's a sort of a strict script,
Mm.
but he said for himself and his sanity, he does sort of change it slightly.
Yeah.
Like where he walks or the jokes, so he might put the joke in the beginning of the show or the end of the show, work off the audience a bit more,
that's
do a
so
bit
good.
of improv to keep it fresh for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of live performance.
Exactly.
It's, ever changing and never behind glass.
And you're in control. You can do what you want, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
your baby, it's your
Exactly.
creation.
Yeah.
And can we just have you a tiny bit closer to the mic? Perfect.
Sure thing.
Probably should have said that before. Yeah, so, I suppose you can experiment with all things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, totally.
I've totally missed like playing in front of an audience and like you bounce off of them. Like it's a two-way thing. Like it's so fun. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. You must all be in your element now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we're all back to normal.
Yeah.
I think it's normal.
Yeah. Definitely. Pretty close.
The new normal was what they were saying.
Yeah.
All right, so the show is called
More Than a Game, the Unauthorized Footy Show Musical.
Wonderful. And if you could just tell us about it.
Yeah, sure thing. It's a sort of, cheeky, raucous send-up of footy culture and mateship in Australia, and it's sort of based around, in 2016 there was a scandal that rocked the footy show where Billy Brownless and lifelong mate and co-host Gary Lyon had a big falling out over the infidelities between Gary and Billy's ex-wife. And they had a special episode where they sort of had, it's called Billy Speaks, and if you know anything about the dynamic of the show, it's totally a ridiculous notion, because he's this, they go from every week calling him, big dumb idiot, and, making fun of him, to being like, all right, Billy, now let's hear you talk about your innermost emotions and frustrations. And, he in the interview, he's sort of, grasping for words, and he's going, and, my brother and his friend Winty, who wrote it, they sort of watched it and thought, he can't even talk, but what if he could sing? And that's where this idea was born.
Fantastic. Makes sense. Clever. And all the fun started from there.
Oh, yeah. Lots of diapers and fart jokes.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't ask you yesterday, who collaborated? I mean, there was sort of one main writer, but did everyone put their bits and pieces in too?
Well, there were two main writers.
Two.
So we have two book writers, and then I wrote all of the music and lyrics, and so the three of us sort of, for like 9 months collaborated together quite heavily, and then we got the cast together, and it's been a total just free form. Everyone throw their ideas in.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely,
So everyone
yeah.
did contribute.
Yeah.
You
Especially-
used those bits and pieces.
Yeah, especially with your own individual characters and stuff. Like it's all on you. Like you can
That's
form it into what you want. Obviously, like within the story and the guidelines. But it's so good, and I think everyone's been loving it.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's good.
It's a great concept, and when I was watching you both performing it yesterday, I thought, this is going to be great. It's clever, and how many of you in the production?
So there's 6 of us in the cast, and there's a 4-piece band with a conductor.
That's right. And just their names, we'll give them a little shout out.
So we've got in the cast we've got Ned Balderstone playing Gary Lyon, and of course Erin Sowerby playing Nikki Brownless, my ex-wife, and we have Amelia Hender, who's everyone sort of plays a few roles. And we've also got Olivia Jamaeus.
Who?
Olivia Jamaeus.
Okay, yes.
And Harry Fiedler, who plays Sam Newman, this big evil sort of.
He just represents like the media and how they portrayed it all. And one of the first like gags in the show was about like how the media doesn't. What was the line about? Doesn't get away of a good yarn or something like that. Like
we never let the true story get away of a good yarn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's less a representation of these real people, because it's a true story. It's more a representation of how the media told these stories.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and then we've also got band. We've got Darcy on the keys, Nick on bass. We've got Patrick on guitar, and Lewis on drums. And we've also got Reggie, who is conducting and who arranged it all and made my noises and sounds that I had on the piano into real actual music.
Fantastic. And did you all know each other from music school, uni?
Yeah, we all sort of met each other through musical theatre mainly.
Right. Performing.
Yeah, just doing local youth productions.
Yeah.
And then the band, I didn't know anyone before this basically, except for Reggie. And everyone just sort of, like a few different people, everything just sort of slid into place, and it was very, very good, because I don't know what I'm doing in that area. So that was nice.
We often hear that, don't we? That, you know, sometimes when I ask sort of specific questions to musicians, like how it got together, did you plan it, this and that, they're like, well, there was a certain amount of planning, but a lot of it just sort of was just meant to be. It fell into place organically, you know, when you got the right concept and the right people. You just sort of surrender to the process, the creative process, and do your bit, and then there's something else that takes over too, which we still haven't found out what that is. The universal something or
Some
other.
higher thing.
You know, like some musicians have said it, you know, comes from the ethos, something just comes down and it wasn't me that wrote it, you know, just something else overtook me. Do you sort of relate to that? I mean, you're both young and...
Well, I don't know, I just sort of, I don't know, I think it's just doing the work, which it sounds boring, but just sitting at the piano for hours at a time. Sometimes it'll even just be like walking home, go, oh, that's an idea, and then you write a song in 10 minutes, and then other times you're sitting at the piano just going, oh, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It is good when it all flows.
Yeah.
Especially with writing, because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to make it good.
I had like a month or two where I was like, I'm not writing anything right now, and I feel useless, and like nothing's going to happen, but it eventually, it happens.
And it's good with the, you know, all of you as a team sort of bouncing ideas off each other. So if someone's a bit stuck, you can run it past someone or say, what do you think we should do here? Or refine it.
Because it's so hard when you're like dwelling on your own ideas, and you need to have like an audience perspective or someone who doesn't know anything about music and be like, oh, I actually really relate to that, or like, I love that idea, that's kind of cool. Like, you really need to just get, you know, everyone's ideas together to make it as good as possible.
Steven sometimes says that, you know, the only real like cure for writer's block is just getting another set of eyes, fresh perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Input from elsewhere. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So let's go through the dates and then we'll get into our next song.
Sure thing. So we've got the 5th at Friday night. That'll be at 6 p.m. All the evening performances at 6 p.m. and all the matinees are at 1 p.m. So we've got Friday the 5th, Sunday the 7th, which is a matinee, Tuesday the 9th, Friday the 12th, Monday the 15th, and on the final day of the Fringe, Sunday the 12th, which is 21st, which is a matinee.
Excellent.
And it's all at the Jade as well, on Flinders Street.
It's a good location.
Yeah, it was so nice when we went there. They have like little fairy lights and like pretty curtains and stuff.
Decked it out.
Yeah, it was lovely. So
is that specifically for your show?
I think that's just how they. I think that's how they have it.
Oh,
yeah,
no, they didn't change it up for your show.
No, but only like the seating arrangements and stuff. We made it into rows instead of like little clusters of tables and stuff. So you could get more people in, and it's more theatre-y kind of vibe and stuff. So very exciting.
Fun.
Yeah, so good.
Awesome. All right, you got something else for us?
Yeah.
Sure thing. So the song is Young Dumb, and it's Billy proposing to Nikki. At this point, is the love of his life.
Thank you.
Hey babe, I always wonder, is it true? Happy wife, happy life. If so, then I'll choose you. I've always said that there's no single way I could get hitched, but you'll be my own desert every time I'm on the piss. So tell me, darling, won't you elope with me? If it helps, you'll get in to the footy for life, for free, for life, for free, for life, for free,
for life, for free. He keeps me young, he's fun, and he's my number one. This boy is my ticket to the top. He keeps me young, he's fun, and he's my number one. It's time to get used to living the high life. Well, he's chipper and virile, not sterile, and sit down. If I'm being truthful, I'm just happy he's keeping me youthful. Instead of fillers and needles, I feel all I need is the love of him. And that's all anyone in this life could wish for. It's not like I'm in it for the money. I love him because he's so funny. And I don't want to be a social pariah. And when left left up to his own devices, he could give in to all his known vices. But with the help of me, his career could catch fire. I'm not trying to make up excuses, I'm just trying to tell all yous. He thinks he's young, dumb and full of... Well, I was told life would be a game as a girl, but don't you know me? I'm the most dazzling of all his trophies. And I've got to be honest with you, the ratings are beginning to drag. But I mean it when I say this puppy was born to wag. And I won't be defined by who stands behind, 'cause I'm in control of my life. Call me Nikki, not just Billy's wife. He's dumb, oh so scum, absent of. Come get a load of this guy. Won't you kick up all in the sky? We'll put him up on this pedestal above. Oh, they think Billy's some kind of hero, and I'm just some dumb old bimbo that shows you what they'll know. Young, fun, and so bloody funny. If he was a baby, attention would be his dummy. He thinks he's young and everyone's charm, and he acts like a prick. Little does he know he's lucky to have this chick. Young, dumb, head full of curves. Thank you. Quick ad break.
Second chance. Someone that's not worth but had theirs broken. Someone that's not taken all from a relationship but has given their all unconditionally. Surely this someone deserves a second chance. The Animal Welfare
Any
League
hellos
provides
here?
life-changing services
Oh, I don't know,
to
maybe.
unloved dogs and cats.
Hello, everybody. Whoever you are.
Waiting for second chances. Give a second chance and adopt today from the AWL.
Thanks, guys, for listening. Much appreciated.
One last ad. Jump on, 40 seconds.
Cool.
The Greyhound Adoption Program South Australia is a non-profit organisation that tries to find homes for retired greyhounds with loving, nurturing families once they finish racing. You might think that greyhounds are aggressive and love to chase, but they are affectionate, gentle animals who love human companionship. If you would like to find out more about adopting a greyhound or supporting the work of the Greyhound Adoption Program
So
SA,
we'll jump on, same as yesterday, go through the dates again, and then we'll go out with our song.
8243 7124. That number again, 8243 7124.
This has been a WOW FM community announcement.
Thank you for tuning in this afternoon to WOW FM. We've got Walter and Erin in the studio here to discuss their show More Than a Game, the unauthorised footy show musical, which started last night. Yes, and we've got a few more shows, so if people want to go see them, we've got 6 shows left. Let's go through those dates if people have just tuned in.
So we've got 5th of March, which is Friday at 6 p.m, Sunday the 7th of March, which is 1 p.m, Tuesday the 9th of March, which is 6 p.m, Friday the 12th of March, which is 6 p.m, Monday the 15th of March, also at 6 p.m, and Sunday the 21st of March, final day Fringe, 1 p.m.
Excellent.
And tickets are available on Fringe Ticks. Just look up More Than a Game, it should come up.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not many other shows called More Than a Game.
Can you hold that picture up? I want to
of
ask you about
course.
that. Who did that?
This is
So
our little logo.
my mum made that.
Really?
Yeah, mum's a graphic designer, which
Yeah.
comes in handy
Fantastic.
sometimes.
I love it. I was
Just do
looking
a
at it
show.
last night and I thought, oh,
Pretty clever,
wished
isn't
I
it?
asked you yesterday, but I got another chance to ask you today. That's cool.
Yeah.
So what does she do? Let's give her a shout out in her work and how people can. Is she still sort of?
Oh, she doesn't do a lot of like public work,
Oh,
but
okay.
Renee
sure she
Buckley,
would.
look her up on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm sure she would help out if anyone wanted
Yeah, if
something.
anyone wants something, yeah,
Alright,
sure.
that's fantastic. Excellent. So you got some creative people in your family, sounds like.
Yeah, kinda. Kinda.
Just me.
Well, my brother is a filmmaker, and so he's
See?
come. Him and his friend Winty, co-wrote and directed it, have both come from film and like having done no theatre or live performance at all, and so it's a totally new world for them, which is like refreshing for us as well because it's a new insight.
Yeah, different perspective, definitely.
Yeah, and that's kept things fresh in the creative process, I think.
So there's just the two of you? Any other siblings?
Sorry, I'm the youngest of 5.
Oh,
So
and your other siblings?
yeah, they're all one's a geneticist in America, and he's hasn't left the house in 2 years. And the rest of my siblings aren't like the creative types. They can all sing and stuff, but none pursue it. But
Oh, that's interesting. And now, have you got siblings?
Yeah, I have an older brother.
Yeah.
He's 22, I think. Maybe 23.
Wait, than me.
I don't know. But yeah, he is an amazing musician, and he does lots of production.
Here in Adelaide?
Yeah.
Oh.
He has a little. So he's Alex Salby is his name, but he has a little alter ego thing. It's called Alex Finbar, and he does a bunch of production and makes his own tracks and is releasing original music soon and things like that. So yeah, he's killing it. He's killing the game.
Well, we have to have him on the show.
Definitely, that would be awesome. Because he used to have a band. Unfortunately, like broke up. It was just like a creative difference sort of thing, which happens. But we've done quite a lot of music stuff together. We'll sometimes like gig together.
Really?
And yeah, it's fun.
I didn't know this.
I don't know how else it come up, but yeah, I'll definitely get him in. That'd be
The both
awesome.
of you. The two of you. if you want.
Yeah, that'd be
Fantastic.
awesome. Sounds fun.
I always like to sort of
Get the
more
fam.
musicians in. And you said he's a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so this show, tickets on Fringe Ticks, More Than a Game, the unauthorised footy show musical, and those dates that we said before. Anything else you want to share before we get into our final song?
Just come along.
Yeah.
Come along to the show.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. Everyone's hooting and hollering.
Yes, it's like 16 plus kind of thing, MA sort of vibe. There's quite a lot of explicit content and things, but it's all tasteful humour. So
It's all contextually done.
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Not for the sake of it.
yeah, exactly. So it's just a really fun show. So if you want to have a laugh, and if you know anything about footy or like singing or none of the above, and you just want to go see a show,
Yeah. I don't like football at all.
Yeah.
Or in it, so
That's right.
it's accessible.
That's right.
yeah. It's good.
And where are scarves, you said yesterday?
Yeah. Bring along your Guernseys and your scarves and.
All the band members are wearing them and stuff. They rocked
Yeah.
up yesterday with all their little Guernseys on. It was so cute.
Who were some of the teams they follow?
I saw it at Port
Yeah.
Adelaide. There was a couple Port Adelaide, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's the Melbourne Demons or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
follow
really know.
footy?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, but so, well, okay, Crows or Port. I know when the Adelaide teams. Do you follow them?
Well, my family kind of has been like a Port kind of family.
My family's been a Crows fan.
Yeah,
so-
we're rivals. Yeah.
So you got any
yeah.
scarves?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea where to buy them from or anything. I don't know.
This is good for the show.
Yeah.
So what do you wear? Just your regular clothes on stage?
Oh yeah, so we have like costumes and stuff.
Oh, you've got the costume. Do you change or anything?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's a bit of a
During-
fun little
that's fun.
change during my song. A bit of a spoiler alert, but
Yeah.
yeah, last night the crowd was like, ooh,
It's
yeah.
gotta be like, wee!
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. So yeah,
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. So I won't ask any more questions. We'll keep it a bit, so we have to come see the
secretive.
show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
So our last song.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We can make an ordeal or deal with it. Like two adults, nobody cares who takes the faults. Oh Billy, I've missed you through these recent years. It's time to clean the slate and wipe away those tears. I know I've acted like an ass, but I'm asking you to put the past into the past. The good times, and of course the bad. I just want my Billy back.
Oh, eventually go through. I was upset cause I knew I couldn't get her, but now that she's out of my life I'm feeling so much better. All those nights sitting by the telephone, crying and sad because I felt so alone. Now being able to turn out the light. Oh Gary, tell me, did you also have a lot of sleepless nights?
Of course I bloody did, mate. Oh, Billy, you know how to make me feel good. I'm glad we're back to normal and acting the way we should.
We're tired of all this fighting, we both deserve some rest. It's time to pick up the pieces and do what we do best, which is
sinking beers and saying cheers, reminiscing on feelings we've been kissing in all the players' careers. Don't you miss it, Billy? Come on and please say you do.
Sometimes things are harder on others than they are on you. You sent explicit texts and had fun with my ex, and that split my heart in two. I hate to say it, Gary, I really do, but I want my body back, yeah.
You got your body back.
You want your body?
You got your buddy.
You gotta have your best friend, baby.
We like to drink with Billy, cause Billy is our mate. And when we drink with Billy, our problems fade away. We like to drink with Billy, cause Billy is our friend. And if we drink with Billy, our friendship's on the
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you both for coming in. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot. Perfect. Cheers.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
That's good. A couple days in a row.
Yeah.
Not bad. Very good.
Okay, let's throw a song on. Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.